Sir, don't take my microphone. I'm sorry.
Quit sticking in my face, okay?
Okay, sir, that's not necessary.
He's at it again. Yet another customer has reached out to us about this man who has been the focus of 2 KCTV5 News investigations.
Contractor Greg Strand has a history of legal and financial trouble, and now another customer is accusing him of ripping them off. Here's investigative reporter Emily Sinovic.
It's either a scam or fraud, you know. However you want to look at it.
Excuse my language, but it's BS. It's absolute BS.
This has been a nightmare, and it's just like never ending.
That's Ken, Rich, and Carrie. They don't know each other, but they know each other's frustration and anger with the same contractor.
Look, I'm telling you, I'm not going to talk to you if you're going to do that.
We first introduced you to Ken Wood about a year ago when he contacted KCTV5 saying he was ripped off when a contractor took his $6 grand for a deck and left him with this.
It's kind of got a wicked shimmy to it, don't
you
think? Yeah.
It would basically be the size of the patio here.
Double that amount for Roger Hedges. 12 grand paid for a room addition that never happened.
I don't know how to describe the frustration.
Now meet Carrie Searle. She'd been fighting for an $11,000 refund on a deposit she says she gave Strand for several projects. She says she fired him after weeks of little to no work.
It was kind of one of those you've got to be kidding moments where I'm like, wow, we just got taken. We just got taken by someone who has a history.
There's a clear history here with Ken, Rich, and now Carrie. They all hired Home Renovation Service and its owner, Greg Strand.
Greg Strand?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Emily Sinovic. I'm with KCTV5 News.
We first met Strand in March of last year, after Ken accused him of taking that $6 grand for not finishing the deck job. Strand wasn't too excited to answer questions about his company, Home Renovation Service, and the delays and deposits taken without any work to show for it.
Sir, don't take my microphone. I'm sorry.
Quit sticking in my face, okay?
Okay, sir, that's not necessary.
Okay. You need to leave her alone.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to leave, please. Okay.
What we didn't expect, though, was to still be hearing from angry customers like Carrie Searle almost a year later.
Do you think they lied to you?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did. It just took me a while to figure it out.
Carrie says she got this letter from Strand after she fired him, claiming there was, quote, no down payment received, and demanding $7,298.19 for material and labor, never providing any itemized receipt. All the while, Carrie had to pay another $10 grand to hire other contractors. She was selling a house and had a deadline. She didn't have a choice.
How can he keep doing this to people?
Fair question, especially considering his history.
You want me to rip that damn camera out of your hand? Turn it off.
Home Renovation Service is just the latest of Strand's companies, at least 10 registered in Kansas alone, creating new companies every few years, like Total Renovation Group, slightly different compared to his current company title, Home Renovation Service. That might be because Strand and Total Renovation Group filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy in 2014. Nearly $500,000 in debt, owed to more than 60 creditors. Strand agreed to a monthly payment plan, but stopped after paying only $12,000. So the court dismissed his bankruptcy while Strand still owed more than $400,000 in debt. If you dive into court records, you'll find a laundry list of civil lawsuits on both sides of the state line, totaling nearly $100,000 in judgments. But if you check the Kansas Secretary of State's website, Strand and Home Renovation Service are in, quote, good standing. But all it means is the company paid its annual franchise fee. We also reached out to the Kansas Attorney General's office. They told us they had no complaints for Strand or Home Renovation Service. But they should. Here is the lengthy, detailed play-by-play complaint the Hedges filed just last year, explaining how Strand took $12,000, never even breaking ground on that home addition. The AG's office could not explain why this complaint didn't exist on their end.
Hi, Matt. This is Emily Sinovic with KCTV5.
Strand was also on Home Depot's pro-referral list and was only removed after our first investigation. He also has a criminal history. You'll find Strand on the sex offender registry, convicted of a sex crime involving a child younger than 14 years old.
Yeah.
But Strand is still in business.
I feel like this isn't going to be the last story.
After Searle met with KCTV5 News, Searle says her credit card company eventually removed Strand's charges from her account. I contacted Strand, who declined our request for an interview. Over the phone, he said he did not lie. He said he did everything possible to complete those projects. He also said any debt or bankruptcy is not relevant. But this is about more than just one contractor, more of a warning to investigate before you hire. We've got more information from the FTC with guidelines you should use when hiring a contractor. That's on our website, kctv5.com. I'm Emily Sinovic, KCTV5.